Good morning, chat. I think it's morning. I think this counts. Today's going to be a very interesting stream because I didn't sleep last night. So I've been up working all night. So that's a thing. Only because I've been spending time with you, Felix. I caught it from you. Yes, Thor and I did a Thor. And so did Felix. Yeah. I don't want to do a sleep stream. I want to play Dune like I promised everyone. That's what we're going to do. Now, we have a complication with Dune. And that is that the game will be going down for a patch at some point. Very, very soon. No, I refuse. Every time you tell me to go to bed, I will stay up an hour long. Actually, that's not true at all. At some point, I'll just be like, nah, I can't remember how my legs work. You did get a nice message about the server rebooting. That's good. We like that. It's one of the things I've been working on, so I'm glad to hear that that's working. There's a new sheriff in town. Welcome on in, nerds. Ad start in 6 seconds. After the ads, we will start the stream. I'm just sitting here trying to finish the second half of my liter of orange juice, which I am convinced will wake me up, right? Indeed, a stream filled with the most delicious and delectable of all the spice. I've had a few more kind of crack dream-like thoughts on the patch notes. If anyone comes in with more questions, we'll discuss those. If people come in spewing drama, I'm just gonna kill them. I'm just gonna have them put to death immediately. Immediate put to death. June. Yeah, in June. Exactly. What have I seen about the hackers? The only thing I know about the hackers are they're in. I don't know what we're talking about, bud. Oh, you mean the hackers inside June? I mean, there's always problems inside games. I'm glad it's being caught and they're working on it. They're aware of it. They've been aware of it for a couple of days. So thank you for the 1 month sub to Iron Mouse. Very kind of you. I'm sure she doesn't even know that I've started streaming, to be honest with you, bud. But as much as I love Mouse, she's doing so much cool stuff, so much awesome like things. I doubt she even knows I'm around. Same as C-Dog. Oh, I did see Connor at TwitchCon, so I guess there is that. But I appreciate you, Bathstar. Pete does know I stream. Very true. Check in the chat. Why is there a golden kappa? What? Oh, exciting. Okay. Ads are over. We're gonna switch some of the. I've forgotten how half these buttons work. Whoop. This is the face of somebody who's definitely slept a lot. Done very, very well. My VTuber avatar's been updated to show how much I've slept. Well, we're going to ignore the black circles under the eyes. Look of new drops. Oh, I've not seen anything to do with the new drops. Let there be light. Okay, game. You want to actually pick up my input? Oh, there we go. You are picking up. I did do the fix of stream together. I've got YouTube up and running. It's dangerously like I know what I'm doing. No idea. Good morning, Sugo. Thank you very much, but I appreciate you over on YouTube. Did I sleep? No. Of paths. Because sometimes you need to spend some time telling people that they're dickheads and punch them in the face for their views. You'll have seen things like the pings in Discord last night about somebody who got banned for, you know, homophobic comments. What is wrong with people? My game version is outdated. You can't stop me. Maybe you can stop me. Let me in. Ow. Okay, apparently I just pulled a muscle by being awake. That just hurts. It'll be fine. Once I sleep, it'll go away. Why didn't I sleep? Because I needed to do work. There was too much that needed doing. I appreciate that, Limits Cthulhu. I have a zero tolerance policy for that kind of bullshit in our community. Actually, I didn't tell Thor about that one. Which probably should at some point. What do you mean a server's going down for an hour? I don't know what you're talking about. What? If you look at the ping I put out for our Discord server, if you're in our Discord server, wait, if Thor's in chat, I will tell him about it. And if Thor's in chat, I might even tell everyone about it, because it's something that people need to hear. But yeah, so on our server, so the ping I put out yesterday said that they are deploying it to the oh, Thor is here. Damn it, I now have to show chat. The ping I put out yesterday said that they are deploying the update to the so the official servers immediately. They come down once those are up, and the server update gets pushed out to our servers pretty much immediately go down. So from now onwards, if you are playing on our servers with the risk that it could go down at any second, and you have to deal with stuff. That's game dev Finster to you, Crowley. Can't believe it. You've got to get the right version. It's like getting the wrong multi-type. Okay, I'll get to the base where I can put this in storage. And then we'll go onto Discord and I'll talk about the person who got banned yesterday, well, who got wiped yesterday for being a douchebag. The servers are potentially going down in any moment. The patch notes will be released when the update is live for your characters. No 1 minute warning. That's what I gave you guys, a 12-hour warning by pinging out last night into the servers. Gerald Vidal, thank you very much. The 1 month tier 1, dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Hands up. Do I miss anything? No, I don't really think I do. So this is a private server. It will go down automatically when things change. Right, let me get you a screenshot of this from Discord, because this is the announcement that went out yesterday, and it's obviously important that everyone understands it. We're using our favorite program, Ms. Paint. I'll open a second of Ms. Paint. Oh, that one sucks. Do this. Right. Bro, I'm not as good as or as at MS Paint yet, so I need to work this all out. Right, and then switch this to central display capture. This is what I pinged out yesterday. So we'll walk through this first, and I'll zoom in a bit for those of you who, you know, need eyes. Yesterday I'd sent out 2 pings, right? The first ping was about the update. The second ping was about a player who was active on the server and was basically being an asshole. You can see some of the messages here. Oh, a liberal, you're a tradies for sure. Yeah, look at these fairies getting heard in a joke though. What's soft these days? It's just homophobia. It's not fun. It's not welcome on our servers. You know, you don't make homophobic jokes. Don't make homophobic slurs. It's not that difficult. Don't be a dickhead. You want to get treated like one. Shock for everyone involved, right? Yeah, it was a Harkonnen this time. So, you know, both sides of it. People who don't know how to actually play a game and to take to PvPing in general chat. Like, oh, it's a joke, it's a joke. Well, it's not a joke. No one's laughing at you and it's deeply hurtful, so fuck off. So this person has had their account wiped. And now every 6 to 12 minutes, they'll keep getting their account wiped anytime they're on any of our servers. Unlucky. Thank you to everyone who reported it. That's how we deal here. Ridiculous fucking behavior. That's why the second ping went out yesterday. And for those of you who might not like having 2 pings back to back, that was what was going on. And then we'll just go down here because, well, at some point we'll just disconnect. I have no time for the race, like any kind of racist or homophobic messages going into our chat. Nah, that's not what people are here. We're here to play a game. Stop treating people like shit. It's just not welcome. You have a spare assault. Very nice, Felix. I'm just not flying my Thopters around right now because the server could go down at any point. So, we're going on foot. Welcome on in, chat. Hope you're all doing well today. It's great to see you all. Happy Thursday? What suspense belt do I use? I use the full suspense belt, and I always carry a couple of spares, or this one's already broken, because I don't like being on the ground. Feels weird. Days get weird if I don't sleep. It's what happens. Yeah, we can risk it. We can risk this a little bit. It's just faster to get around with this. The tank I just passed, you mean one of these? Kind of buggy-esque, but not. Like a crawler. Nah, it's fine. It's a scratch. Oh, this is the fun one. So those of you who don't know about this wreck in the Haga Rift, you can do this. You can just land here. And you can... Jump. Oh. Ooh. And then you just cut your way through this, and this is how you get the loot chest for this area. And then you can just leave again. Elite PvP. There are a few more chests in here if you know where to look, though. Elite PvP is breaking into the ship through the bottom of it and stealing all the loot and then running off. That's elite PvP, chat. No, Felix, I don't want to duel when the servers could go down at any moment. That's a very bad idea. Oh, there was something I was meant to do, actually. We can go do that. Winky was... I did hear that Winky was doing some nefarious activities in the deep desert, which are very funny. I think that's very fun roleplay and fun enjoyment. I'm that brave. I mean, yeah, you know, June is the ultimate sandbox game, right? That's how that works. Yeah, Winky was pulling people over. Oh, I did. Oh, I 100% did. You all heard that. Sandbox. Ha ha ha, Mesho Magnificence, you can't stop me. I am the admin of this server. James B. RS, thank you for the Prime sub. Also, thank you for the 1 community gift sub. And C. Bennett James, thank you very much for the 2 community gift subs. You rock. Drovador and Jeltra, I think I said happy. I said thank you to you guys, not happy, whatever. Happy in subbing. The music in June's very, very good. No variant in my thought, but nah, that's why I know that this one's mine. Besides, this one I don't have found about very often. Most of the time I'm using my assault. gift for you. Oh, yeah, well, Winky's got a lot of practice doing the old RP, so very good at it. The private servers do, yes.
Identify yourself.
Yep, will do.
Huh? Who's that? Here!
Yeah, your private server will be. It will have had Stadia restart, but the server will come down at some point, and you won't get any warning. So you might have to be prepared that, like, when you log in, you could be spawning back in a very disadvantageous position. What armor am I using? I've recently moved to a blend of armors. Apparently, I just can't get over this small foot-high barrier. I'm using a shaded hood, which I can take on and off to make it work. You know, it was great fun. 25% sunstrike rate is great when it works. Station garb, reduced dash stamina cost, good heat protection, good blade mitigation, useful for fighting against melees. Reasonable armor as well. Light armor though. Try out light leggings again. Dash stamina reduction cost is why I can dash so much. Minus 10% for that. This one, heavy gauntlets. The reason for I've done this one is A, increased armor and some increased, you know, stats which help on it. The power usage is the main reason for this. I don't like though how I'm losing 6% blade mitigation, so it is offsetting some of the benefits from the station garb. And lastly, I've got the tile soft step boots, which are reducing my worm threat. And again, offsetting that blade mitigation, I guess. So it's an interesting build. I'm just kind of seeing how it works at the moment, because it's kind of a mismatch of just various items that I've found. It's not what I would call optimized. If you want a fully optimized build, to be honest with you, you've got no reason not to be running around in full heavy armor. Good morning, Bardio. What are my stats in? My stats are spread out across the various trees.
Where is everybody?
Where is everybody? We're right here. Come on. Oh. Okay. I'm bored of this now.
Let's get the bat.
Oh no, my poor shield. How ineffectual do you think this melee player feels? Well, I say player, melee NPC would feel. Watching me mow his friends down. Oopsie. For any use of stat in the late game that's important early on. No, just respec your character that suits your needs as you play through the game, would be my advice, I guess. Like you'll play around with things, you'll do things that you think feel right for your character, things that don't. And you want to make sure that you have a character that feels right for the way you play, not just like an optimized build. That's not always the most fun way of playing a game like this. So play around with stuff, find out what you find fun. Like, do that. The skill points are still being lost with respec. The one that you lose is still potentially going to happen. However, that is in the public test client that they announced yesterday. So I would expect to see that fix coming to us at the beginning of July, if not sooner. Should be a Bene Gesserit and you know it, Cobra Striker. Just saying how it is, you know.
I spy an Imperial dog.
Do you? I'm actually water, so that's not how that works. Sorry, I just need to make sure I can see YouTube chat, because they do deserve to be able to see this. I mean, TurboCat, I'm not sure that's going to be viable, with the, just given the way the servers have been created. That's not how they would have... That's not currently kind of in the design. So,
Reveal yourself. There's someone
no, I don't agree with Winky's that is it 80% within 30 days? I don't think that's some kind of big, like, big claim. I think most new releases of games tend to, like, lose a large swathe of their player base within 60 days of launch. I'm not sure that's a huge, like... I don't know, if you think about how many games have their full, like, they go down to like 1/5 of their player base after 60 days, that's kind of normal. I don't want to see that. I'd want to see those stats first before I was like, is that a good bet or not? I don't know. I kind of think Thor would probably have more information than me, so it's pretty worth asking him when he streams tomorrow. Did I just not sleep? Yes. I was just doing a little bit of, you know, a little bit of stuff. Get some stuff done. Hello.
shields on.
It's not going to save you. Should I clear the entirety of the Stone Sentinel? Yes. Yes, I should. Whereas Emperor B, he spent most of the night in here chilling with me. He was sleeping in his cat bed for about 4 hours. Ascendio! Whoop. I should have ended. Well, I didn't plan on staying up. It just kind of happened. Like, it wasn't my intention. What's interesting, the Emperor's Wing and the Suspense Belt. I mean, the Emperor's Wing it's great in the early game, but when you get the full Suspense Belt, this thing is just better than the Emperor's Wing. The Leap Suspense Belt is also very good because it's got low power drain, but realistically, I think this one still takes it, because being able to climb all of this in one go, piece of piss. Great. No, I didn't. Who needs sleep, right? Why, as the day goes on, I'm going to sound more and more scrungly. But I've got another ½ liter of orange juice, so we're going to be good. I do yell at Thor for not sleeping, because sleeping is on Thor's calendar, and that's, you know, that's how that works. There's no sleeping on my calendar. What are you going to do now, chat? Who manages my calendar? Where is your profit now, chat? What? My girlfriend's asleep, and if I don't tell her, she won't know. Okay, so I've got heat protection of 4 and a heat level of 3. Let's see how fast this water goes down while I'm falling. Whee! I like this very casual pose I'm taking. My sword out. That's... You probably shouldn't do, you know, base jumping with a sword, just in general chat, just in case you're wondering for future use. Whereas Thor, I sense Thor was in chat. Sarah's Gaming, thank you very much for the 2 community subs, buddy. I appreciate you. Where am I? I don't know, Chris. I'm just kind of yeeting myself around, waiting for the server to reset. You know what, Felix? You can try and find me. How about that? Oh, I've lost a whole stamina bar. Whatever. Oh, it's alright. I've got another stamina bar. Don't worry, we're all good. We're playing hide and seek with Felix. My area isn't too well hidden, so I'm sure with the Ornithopter Felix could probably like see me, but he's got to try and catch me. Oh, a slippery lad I am. What's this skill? This is Bindu Sprint. This is the on the base tier on the leftmost Bene Gesserit tree. Fortunately, a little bit dehydrated. We have many ways of escaping Felix. Good morning, everyone. Welcome on in. We're currently playing a little bit of cat and mouse with Felix while we wait for the server to restart. So, I'm hiding from Felix. Felix is going to try and find me. Felix has the advantage of being able to see where I am on stream, and I don't know where Felix is, so I don't know where I have to go to hide. How is the Landsrad going? I haven't looked today. I'm talking to the Landsrad. Actually, that reminds me, I should go and look at that chat. So some of you might, some of you who are playing as Harkins know, we had an issue on the server reset where, due to the moving of the timers, our Landsrad was reset too early. I've heard the complaints and the tickets. I know that doesn't seem fair and that people are upset about it. In order to do anything that's going to be reasonable to the players who are contributing to Landsrad, I need to speak to the Atreides players who might win and say, look, let's see if we can come to some kind of agreement about how we do this week. And it's still not guaranteed to do anything. We want to see if we can find a way to be fair to all the players, because it isn't fair that the Harkonnens only got 2 hours with their tools. It wouldn't be fair if the Atreides only got 2 hours with their win. Ultimately, that's the way the Landrad's meant to work. We need to find a way to balance this out. That's just one of those things. So we're looking at what our options are there. So I know that a number of you have complained about it being unfair. I've heard it. I'm looking into it. We're looking at what the options are. We can't just do some kind of like server tweak on the back end to make us automatically have our week of Landsrad as intended. That's not that simple. That would be changing an awful lot of stuff that has a very high chance of breaking the server, and I would rather not do that. So we're just looking at what our options are so we can try and have a fair outcome for all. I've been really pleased that some of the Atreides kind of Landsrad leaders have been so open and willing to kind of have a conversation and engage on that front, because not everyone would be like that. They'd be like, you know what, PvP game, get... Ah! No! God damn it. No, this isn't fair. I got distracted from what I was doing and I forgot. There we go. I've evaded Phoenix for a second, but he will catch me. I managed to escape for a second. Hiding from Felix. He's chasing me, he's got rockets. I mean, I am running around some reasonably notable landmarks, so I would be surprised, to be honest, if I wasn't at least detected once or twice.
Someone's here.
Escape from Tarkov. Wait, no, escape from Haga. Gotta go fast. I do love the Bindu sprint. It is good fun. The servers have not already updated. At some point, they're going to go down. I would reckon they'll probably go in the next kind of 5 to 20 minutes normally, based on the average downtime that we get. What happens if you're on the world map during a restart? You'll normally log back in the restart or log in at one of these borders like this. There were no rules. Any warning to the restart? Yeah, there was a 12-hour warning last night when I put the ping out. That's about as much information as I can give people. Now what, Felix? No. Ah. Not the PvP zone, Felix. No, rockets in the PvP zone. That was a bad move. Oh, that would have been funny. What did you want to do? You wanted to go and do deep desert stuff, didn't you? I don't trust it for me, unfortunately. Did you say you wanted to go and do a duel, or did you want to go to deep desert?
I mean, I do want to deep desert PvP with you at some point, but I would just... We can go over to the crash ship and duel. You shouldn't need a beacon. Because our...
You'll want one of these. Which was showing up. Oh, it's my other one up over there, okay. Oh, don't go down there. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. This is what I mean. It's actually very difficult to actually engage someone in PvP if they just want to avoid being hit. I'm also trying to be careful not to kill Felix Silnoth up to here. This is what I mean. If you're engaged in PvP, there's no real like. It's interdiction. I think the game is lacking in a number of places. And I think that's what's going to cause issues in PvP. You can't just jump off the edge. Oh, come on. We're fighting on top of here, we're fighting on top of here, Felix. You can't jump off the edge and just wait for help to come back. If we're having a duel, we're having a duel. If we're having a dirty fight, we're having a dirty fight. But, like, make your mind up. It takes a while, doesn't it? Is that the using the adept burst there?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, so that's, you know, PvP. Just dancing around. I could do crippling strike. I could set up for that, but like I had the voice available. I didn't want to change my build massively. If I wanted to kit up PvP, this is what I had available. I could probably have done something like, I could have taken retaliate. That probably would have caught Felix once or twice, maybe. I think that response to
Not very built for PvP.
that one.
Help my own though.
Can you try your aerial? Your spin attack, like the one that leaves the green around a bit. Could you try that when I use this riposte thing? I want to see if it works with the riposte ability.
Give me 13 seconds.
We're just waiting for our restart chat. So there's an update on the game. We're just waiting for that to go.
Seem very viable in PvP at all. As someone who's been using. Knee is nice, but that's about it. Right, I'm ready. Tell me when you're ready.
You'll probably have to go when you see the effect up, I imagine, or maybe if you start the effect. Yeah. We'll try me first. We'll try me first. To do it as soon as you see the green blade up animation.
Sector weather alert.
Okay, I'll need to do it in response to you then.
I think this staggers you the second it goes off, though. That's the thing.
Does it have an approach?
No, it is a flat-out attack. That's it.
All right, let's try this then.
Oh, maybe so, but it still staggers.
It like blocked the first hit, maybe the second, but it didn't last for the full length, which is interesting.
Like it gives you time to dodge out of it. That's interesting.
Some interesting abilities in here. I just want to play around with it at some point, but the 2-day cooldown makes that kind of feel weird.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Do you have a Thopter that would be okay to damage at least a little?
Not available.
Because I have this rifle that deals explosive damage, and I'm kind of curious if it damages Thopters.
I mean, it will definitely damage Thopters. It's just a matter of how much, I guess. Oh, I've got a message chat from somebody who's going to be telling me off.
Shoot it. It's on the... Shoot at me.
Did you say someone's shooting you? That's fun. It's probably Winky. No, it might be Thor. You never know.
Just grab the gun on the ground and shoot.
I don't know.
No, you misunderstood. I'm asking you to shoot me while I'm in my Thopter Sectesis.
Oh, I can. What would you like me to shoot you with? I've got a drill shot, a sniper rifle, or a las gun.
This rifle right here, it's the one that deals explosive damage.
This rifle right here,
Just like
yeah?
shoot the cockpit or like one of the wings. I'm curious if it damages it at all.
With this, right?
No, not that, not that, not that, not that. Stop trolling. I'm trying to experiment. get a damage splat, but I don't see anything. Let me... Oh shit, it does. Okay, that's... interesting.
How much damage did it do percentage-wise? It actually wasn't that many shots, and obviously that's only using light darts. That's incredibly cheap explosive damage.
Let me check. It looks like it did like 4%. It's, for heavy darts, that's not bad.
I mean, they're just made from scrap metal, so it's easy. So this is on a private server, which currently kind of testing around. We're waiting for our servers to go down. They will go down without very much warning, because that's when the Steam update is deployed to the servers. 68 Wheel Bike, thank you very much for the 1 community sub, buddy. I appreciate you. For those of you who want to know what the drops campaign is, I should definitely have put up, you know, a drops campaign. Yeah, we're playing Tactical Batty Cake. It does use heavy darts, yes, you're correct. If I go across to here, from my user... Into my chat. This one. There we go. Pinned the message. I'm an excellent pro streamer. Thank you. You know what, Garon, you don't have to thank me for that, bud. I'm gonna be around for the community. I said I'd be around on Wednesdays and Thursdays at the very minimum, so here I do be. Well, I waited 24 hours because I had some work to do, and I kind of just
kept... I was gonna go get some before I realized the servers are gonna restart.
It is still the Atreides officer skin, yes.
Whoops, my bad.
Dude, there's something on your knife. That's not a knife. Oh, it's here. I might have been here a minute ago. This probably won't have anything in it for me. If it does, that's a problem. Oh, it does. Okay. We've been messing around long enough that all this respawned. Neat. Why would you fight the enemies when you can just loot the stuff? Oh, 01297. Area code for Bromley. Do I go back in and help Felix? Do I flee? What are we saying? What are we saying? I should go back and help Felix, right? That's the nice thing to do. Oh wait, it's above this, isn't it?
Someone's here.
Are you making friends?
Eyes on enemy.
Come on then, you what, mate? Fight you one-on-one, swear on me nan. Two-on-one, dirty cheat. Rude. I swore on my nan and everything. Is the turret skill really good in PvE? It's just a very helpful ability to have, yeah. Yoo-hoo! Didn't even see me. Embarrassing. Is it on the ground floor underneath this? Okay. Yeah. Not ground floor.
Huh?
Huh? Private server update is out now. It means our servers will come down very shortly. How come private servers are always live? They don't get the patch something. So when the official servers go down, the patch is issued to them. After that update has been installed and the official servers come back online, the server information update is reached out through Steam, which updates the private servers, which means ours come offline. We will not get a huge amount of warning for that. Felix and I are kind of risking, not our characters or stuff like, we are taking a couple of risks by flying around messing with it, but we basically recognize that most of these enemies are going to be killable quite easily. Thou what? You're updating now? Okay. I'll update when the server goes down. Did you say you wanted candy floss crystals?
Yeah. I have my buggy that I can get these with super easy back home. I just didn't want to go out while.
Can you run a private server on your own hardware? Currently, no, you can't. Currently, it's only provided through G Portal, Nitrado. It might be X Realm. Yes, this is a tier 6 cutter rate. It's quite damaged, as you can see on my stream. About half integrity. 2.6 gig update. Interesting.
You doing a lot of mine?
Really do say stream. Well, first of all, thank you. How long I've been streaming for? Today. Today's my 3-week anniversary. Sure. Happy 3 weeks, chat. While the game is down and patching, and our servers are down, I will check the patch notes if they've been issued at that point. Yes, this is yeah, we're 3 weeks. Just thank you very much for the Prime, buddy. You're awesome. Thank you.
Identify yourself.
We're seeing what happens, you know, how well my brain functions with minimal sleep, right? That's just, it's all part of good testing.
Weapon empty.
Look, if you're too old to do an all-nighter, you know, can you really call yourself a true hardcore gamer? I feel like you guys are just angry because of your inadequacies that you can't do an all-nighter anymore, chat. But it is, I understand. Don't get me wrong. I know it can be difficult, but like you know. Olge. Does being Olge make you mad? Yeah, there you go, Obron. That's how you know that you're still a true gamer. This isn't normally this way up.
Pack is full.
I want to know what flavor all the moats in the air are. They look delicious. Look at them. They look like... They just look... Okay, apparently I chase colourful dots when I'm sleep deprived. Good to know. They're raspberry, that makes sense. I would believe that they're raspberry. Hey Chaz, welcome to the dunes, bud. Chrysanthemum, cotton cat. Why are you, chat?
Wonder when the update's gonna hit.
Jazz mimics with cotton candy and shoe polish. I don't want that. Mebab, thank you very much. The Prime sub. Arrox touching into 2 community gift subs. And Never Odin. ZZ Scratch. Scratch? ZZ. Thank you for the 1 month at tier 1, buddy. I appreciate you. For those of you who want to know how the drops campaigns work, this is you get it by watching. There's observer floors and kind of in-game building items you'll get from watching a certain amount of time. If you're using the supporter creator program, we have this. Obviously, you know, very iconic look. Ignore the pained grimace. They're still working on the whole modeling career. Oh look. Yep, Baron Thor Conan is here as well. That was Duke Thor Trades. The whole gang's here. That's what happens. No one's here.
Eyes on hostile.
Odin Scratch. Thank you very much. You just had to engage the Sean Connery when you say the second part of it. The Council of Thors, exactly. Aren't you... You know, I personally can't wait, and I'm not sure how you feel about it, chat. Like, I'm going to do, like, Thor top trumps at one point, and each of the Thors is going to have special cards and ratings and powers. And then you guys can play Thor top trumps, right? Servers are back up. That should mean we're getting our update momentarily then.
Also, I don't think you're seeing colorful dots because you're sleep deprived. I think that's just the spice effect.
That's what somebody who's trying to keep all the spice for themselves would say. Spice envy. See how it is. Hello. What are you doing here, little guy?
Speaking of, I do have a bit of a request.
What's up? Yeah, have you come to say hi to chat? Oh, you want some food? I'm just gonna top his food bowl up because he's let me know that it's empty. That's his empty food bowl. Meow. 1 second. We'll go to this screen. This is where you can see that he has his pilot's license. He's just a small baby. That's all he is. A small, loud baby who happens to fly ornithopters. He's eating, in case you didn't guess. Not like I've given him food, he's immediately gonna walk back here, right? Well, the thing is, on Arrakis, you don't really need a license, but Bailey decided that he wanted to at least, you know, be semi-compliant.
Interloper! I've got it up.
I do have a bit of a request though.
What is the request?
Need spice melange for my medium refinery.
Why, Bailey?
Only need like 7, I think.
I can give you 7 spice melange, that's not a problem.
I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, you're just a
Maybe
big
8, but,
baby, aren't you? Do you want chat to see you? There we go. Yeah. Oh, little fella. Those of you who don't know, this is Bailey. He's a good boy. He's a 15-year-old grumpy son. Aren't you? Bailey is one of my 2 clients right now. I have Pirate Software and Irate Software. Or soft hair. Irate Soft Hair. Yeah, are you on your cardboard square? Cardboard rectangle. Enjoyed your food. You can have a clean now. Yeah, you always do. Yeah, you're gonna settle down. There you go. You've tucked yourself in. Yeah, he's a reasonably old bubba. He came to kind of move in with me when he was about 13 and a half.
Shields up!
New Funcom patch notes drop. This is concerning. Oh no, what are we saying? What are we saying? That was very, very rude. You are a big bitch. I'm going to stand up here now and I'm going to read the patch notes on your corpse. Let's go and have a look at the patch notes, chat. Not sure what accent that was. Where do they drop the patch notes? I wish they had some consistency about it. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Thank you, chat. Right, we'll do the same thing as yesterday. We'll go through it all, and we'll have a read. Obviously learned to be a pro streamer. Nice. That's obviously the first iteration of changes between balance and PvE in Deep Desert. Rest assured that continues to feedback. Oh, they've actually immediately done it. Oh, God. Hate this. Does it mean we've got a new Deep Desert? Or they've changed how all the nodes are this week? How's this going to work? That's a meme. Everyone's got tons of them. They barely use them. Okay, I guess. That's not great.
The entire half? What the heck?
Yeah, the respawn increase on titanium iridium is a really odd one because not only are you making it less common, you're also making it respawn. That's just cutting it for PvP players as well. There's an overall reduction in the entirety of tier 6 stuff. That's... We're going to call Thor, because Thor's going to talk about this from a game dev perspective. And where did that go? Anyone sees Bailey, let me know. Let's do this, chat. We're going to have a special guest on. It's Protate Software himself. Hello.
Oh, hi. Dude, these changes are super weird.
I was hoping they'd have a public test run up for more than 12 hours before they start just chucking these in, but fine, that's how a test run works, right? For strong testing.
The way that this was pitched before is that they were going to have islands of PvE inside of the PvP zones, meaning that PvE players would have to experience risk to get to those islands.
Oh, that's not how I read the PTC stuff. I read that as they literally just changing 4.5 lines of it to be something else. I didn't read that.
I was just reading Joel's stuff originally. The way that it was described was that, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool as shit. Yeah, half the zone is just like that, and plasteel plates is such a weird call out. I have like 4,000 of those.
Yeah, I was just saying that. Like, that's a meme. Why have you got rid of that one? That's a really odd one.
I don't know. We don't even like those. We hate them because they just fill up your inventory forever. I actually leave them on the ground all the time.
They fixed one of the freezes that... Well, they fixed an issue where a client could experience a freeze when traveling between desert. It doesn't say much detail about what that is. I like the combat fix. Fixed an issue where players performing a melee attack could get obstructed by corpses lying on the ground. That was needed, but that was needed, to be honest with you, 3 weeks ago.
You know what's gonna happen now? People are just gonna build bases on all those islands and immediately camp out all the titanium and struvidium, and there's nothing you can do about it because it's PvE.
Yeah. And what they'll do is there's a ring mouth in Foxtrot 5 right in the middle of the map, right?
It's a PvE one now.
Well, no, it's not. That is still a PvP one, but you can have a carrier based in Echo 5 literally next door with maybe like 2 kilometers journey time. How's that balanced and fair and reasonable? Like, that's just going to mean that people are just going to base a carrier base on whatever island they can make in that square, and then just chuck the carrier across the gap. That's what I would do. There's minimal risk that way. You're not traveling such a long distance. It makes taking the carrier out really easy. You can just nip back in.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. I think what they've done is they're kind of selling out the end game right now, and I just don't agree with these changes. That sucks.
You no longer lose your learned emotes when respecking your skill tree. Does that mean that I get the ones that I've lost back? You can give any more details on that? Because I don't have any. If you respect, you won't have any either.
Did they fix the skill point issue?
That's not in there so far.
Yeah, it's not in there. Okay. Looks like they also implemented changes for the vehicles. They just did the speed reduction on rocket launcher modules, and that's it.
That's after the update.
Exiting ornithopters mid-air will now cause them to drop straight down instead of gliding away. So if you disconnect from the game, at least it'll drop where you were, but it teleports you still, so good luck getting back.
And what does that mean for the quicksand? Are they just going to get rid of that? Or are they going to leave it in and just deal? How does that work?
I believe that the quicksand is still there because their server boundary changes are really, really kind of janky, and when you're close to the ground, it causes insane problems.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. When you try to walk across it, the game starts freaking out. It can't handle it. It said this is a hotfix?
This is not a hotfix. We were told there would be downtime.
Yeah, hotfixes. So a lot of companies are using the term hotfix incorrectly. Hotfix means that the servers stay hot, meaning that they're live. It means no interruption of service. It's a patch. Yeah, known issue. There's an edge case. If your vehicle ends up in the quicksand, you might not be able to interact with it if you are in the quicksand. The workaround is to try and get on top of the vehicle to interact with it. This will be fixed in the very next patch. Oh dear. Oh,
People
hey,
find-
wait.
yeah.
This is... Wait a minute. Did you see this visiting thing?
Yeah,
That's...
you can only claim
little
3
concerning.
sieges, so there is a limitation to that currently. But I don't know.
Okay, let me give you a potential here, right? We're on a streamer server. We're in a streamer siege, right? And we lock that down so that people can't build giant dick towers. Shout out to Violent Mango. With that in mind, if somebody goes on the public siege on our streamer world with an account, because it's a public one, and then they cross over into our siege,
You still require the password.
How do we handle that?
still
Are you
requires the-
still require the password?
Still requires the password. I did it when I had to visit Anne Bonny server to fix
If
somebody
that's
who
the
was stuck.
case, if that's the case, then what if we add them to guild? Do they get in?
No.
Are you sure?
You
For
need
visiting?
you need to get in order to get on the server. As far as I know, you still need the password. Once we've got the patch applied, I will test it.
Okay.
But like when I had to go and rescue somebody on Anne Bonny and on Bartholomew Roberts, both times I've taken the carrier out, I've had to take that from the deep desert and do some like weird stuff, and I've had to put the password in every single time.
Okay,
So-
that's definitely something I want to test. Because
I
that
think
opens up a whole world of scare.
the reason I do like that is that there are a number of players on some of the more densely populated pirate servers who can then move to some of the newer ones that we opened up with the extra 5. That might help
Agreed.
with some of the packet loss that people are experiencing because there's just too much going on in small areas.
Yeah, that is
So-
agreed. You didn't even know you could go into other sieges? Yeah, you can. It's kind of cool.
I don't know. I didn't like the PvE change, like the PvE to the Deep Desert change when I read it yesterday, and I was hoping that we'd have 2 weeks of it to test it out and iterate on it. The fact that it's just in place now and it's all the way out to the middle of the Echo Band is an absolutely insane proposition. I'm not going to lie to you, like, people who want PvP aren't going to be hanging around inside those shipwrecks and in the PvE session. They're going to be looking for where they'll get permanent PvP.
You know what
Oh,
they've
actually-
done? They've reduced the amount of food for PvP players in terms of base rating, so no one's going to base rate now.
But everyone's just
It's
gonna
not
everyone's just gonna
PvP.
make a nice safe base in the bits of the Deep Desert that have, you know, some rock on it, in like the Delta and Echo
Yep.
bands. Yeah. You
And
probably
the whole
won't,
point of the deep desert is that it's a lawless land. So
and you won't see any, but like it would be, you'd be foolish to
can't, like-
build up on the shield wall because you'd actually be the best place to build, be right in the middle of Echo 5, just inside the safe zone,
yes.
because then you're right in the middle of the map. It's
Yep.
objectively the best place to build.
I don't know if I want to play until the July patch. This is weird. I'm probably gonna do base maintenance until July. That's kind of how it feels. I might do cool base building and keep my base alive, obviously. Well, I'm not gonna let that die, but these are some very strange changes.
I'm wondering
Yeah,
if there's
does this
a
mean your dual arena is now in the PvE zone? Did you make it in the deep desert?
Go and look at me. I'm gonna go check out my server dashboards and have a look at what's on here. So
Or
it's-
just not update with this
Yeah.
version?
we can't not update because then players who have updated through Steam won't be able to get in and play. But
Shitty.
there are settings. Enable security zones. When enabled, PvP is only designated. Okay. There's a toggle on our servers, each individual server, to enable PvP throughout Haga Basin. I can only imagine that there must, at the world level, well, I would hope at least there's a world level that says you could set the whole Deep Desert back. I'm wondering if there is an option for this to be changed
There is
on
not.
the Trado's end.
There is not. The Haga Basin one is the only one.
Well, that's what we can see, but I'm wondering if there's stuff in the back end that they could dig into and manually do. Be interesting to know.
I think originally they said that there was nothing. I'd be surprised if it changed, if it's not documented, but maybe. Hoping so.
I do wish we had a bit more
'Cause it's-
control over the files for that kind of thing. Because to be honest with you, like that, this is kind of grim.
It's not a fun change, yeah. I think the worst part about it is you are giving an endgame resource. What they're doing is, I understand, they're trying to placate the PvE audience by giving them access to Tier 6 resources, but you don't need Tier 6 in order to do any of the content in the game that is PvE.
You don't
It is
even need Tier
literally a
5.
PvP tier. Yeah,
I've
you
seen-
don't even need Tier 5.
There are people doing it in
You
aluminium.
can one-shot.
Yeah.
All PvE content in the game is nearly 1 or 2 shotable with duraluminum tier. All of it. I've done it all. Level 182. Done it. So, like, the idea that you need the PvP tier to do PvE, it's just greed. Makes no sense. You don't even need that shit for PvP, but you
No.
can. It's just not necessary.
I don't. It also messes with something for me, right? We got a new deep desert yesterday, or the day before yesterday. You're saying here it's the PvE area has been completely adjusted. The density of resources has been adjusted, so has our map changed? The largest spice fields will spawn in the north. Well, that means ring mouths. So if you're saying that they will only spawn in the north, then have you moved the location of our ring mouths? And therefore,
Did they delete our deep desert?
have we got a new deep desert? I can't imagine they'd be stupid enough to do that, because imagine the outcry from every player who's made a forward operating base or is deployed out on the Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday.
Yeah, I hope they didn't do that.
If they did, at that point, I'd see if we can do a server rollback or something. It's not, well, the deep desert and our server hasn't rolled it out yet. That's the whole point. Because if the Stravidium titanium items have moved as a part of this patch, you're going to have redesigned how the deep desert is built, because the deep desert has specific nodes for those areas. It's how planetologists, we track them. Like, if you're saying to me that this is all changing around now, then is there going to be more of this in the... Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know how it's going to work. New room map is in Foxtrot 5. Well, it's the same place as it was, and people will just make a base here in Echo 5. This is not an update. So the update we're talking about, chat, is not for just the live, the playtest. This is for the live server. This is the one that we were told to expect for everyone. I was under the understanding that this was not coming yet.
Too late. It's part of the game now.
The only thing I like in here, I think that I really like, is the melee attack doesn't get obstructed by corpses on the ground anymore. That's what we need to find out, Rhinoceros. Yeah, because that's, you know, you're talking about the fact that you're moving into the deep desert, and you're going to have to move off the shield wall into better places out there, like.
Someone actually posted a really interesting thing. It's like half the galaxy in EVE Online being turned into high sec. Yeah.
Exactly.
It feels like all of low sec being turned into high sec, and then null sec stays the same. It's like, what?
Well, they moved some of the events that were in low sec out into null, basically it.
There's no low sec anymore. It's all null sec and high sec. 50-50.
I also don't believe that you should be able to get titanium and stravidium without encountering in-game risk. I think, like I said, they should have had like these underground mining facilities, and you should have had to go through PvE to get to them.
Yeah, no, I mean, my anticipation was that you were going. God, I'm dying.
Could you not die on my stream, please?
Dude, I'm gonna die quietly. But yeah, no. My anticipation was that you were going to travel from the border and then have to go to an island that was PvE. And then you'd have like a little PvE island. And then you'd have this traversal in between that was PvP. That was how it was pitched. That's why I'm so confused. Because we talked about that on stream with like Joel
Yeah, I mean, because that would be very similar to what it's like traveling through Poshville when your only safe spots are inside the structures if you've got the standing or in your citadels. That's how that was. It was like basically like kind of little anchorages of safe space in a very very
where's
risky
the
area.
blog? Where's their blog? Because it was on their blog for this.
But the one that they put out yesterday.
Yeah. Oh man, here we go. A message from the creative director on PvE and PvP. I'm liking it too now.
Here it is.
There you go.
This is the one that had that great quote in it from Stephen King. Yeah, wish in one hand, shit in the other, see which one fills up first.
Yep.
Partial warfare. Some areas of the desert we know as partial warfare, not 50% of it as a swathe.
So that's when I was like, oh, some areas are going to be marked as partial warfare, so they're making islands of PvE. But they're not. They just turned half the desert PvE. Some areas, 50% of the area is now PvE.
Also, knowing how wide the PvP flag area is around nodes elsewhere in the game, I don't have a huge amount of faith and confidence in how large and how good PvP is going to be in the control points they've left in the PvE area, because they've done that.
Yeah, no, it makes no sense.
It's such a weird way of doing it. JK Martin Gamer, thank you for 2 community subs, buddy, a few minutes ago. And Gummy Worms 007, thank you for 5 community gift subs. You rock. You're awesome. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, it makes no fucking sense, dude. Like that's wild to me. I'm really surprised about this because I was expecting this to be like you have the option of going deeper in and the travel gives you risk, but you don't have risk once you get there. Which seemed like a good compromise to me, right? But the idea of just half the map is no PvP now, there's no risk. And I could just get all the endgame rewards. Why would I even engage in PvP? People engage in PvP because there's spoils to be gained.
Yeah, it has to be
not
worth
just
it.
Because you want to. Yeah, it's not just about I want to shoot that other guy. There's like something to gain out of it. Otherwise, why would you do it?
Especially in a game where there is permanent loss of this kind of type. It's the same with Eve. You don't see people just having that many, like, kind of... You're not going to have a huge capital Titan fight over nothing. It's always over a strategic objective. There needs to be a strategic objective at play here. Yeah,
there's no strategic objective anymore. Hey, Tix, you ready to just farm forever and not have to care? You know what I'm going to do now? I'm actually going to take out my Assault Thopter because it's got 1,000 capacity. Why would I even have to care about taking out my Scout Thopter?
Exactly. And that's what I mean. Everyone now should be using Scout Thopters with thrusters if you don't want to engage in PvP, because anyone with a rocket launcher has got 20% malus on their speed.
Oh, no, we don't even have to do that. We're just going to stay in the PvE area and get all the same materials anyway. I'm just going to take the Assault.
Fuck you. I'm not staying in the PvE area. I'm going in the PvP area.
You know what I'm doing? I'm going to build a carrier, put a sandcrawler on, fill that up with loot.
Oh, speaking of the sandcrawler, though, if I go back to my stream, Felix did find something really cool, and I did mean to show you this when you were on tomorrow. We found, I say we meaning Felix. First of all, Focus Buggy Cutter Ray Mark 6, very, very cool.
Got that,
but
yeah.
Also, where was it? Where was the, what does it look like?
What are you looking at?
Oh yeah, so here we go. Walker Sandcrawler engine. Increased speed for quicker spice harvesting operation. You want to harvest spice fast? Oh.
I believe it increases its speed by 20 kilometers an hour, too.
That's huge.
Yes.
That's by 33%.
So that is the strongest one we can have. And putting that in the sandcrawler means that I can now increase the speed at which we gather dramatically.
Look, sandcrawler.
Felix, where did that drop from? Because the drop location matters.
It genuinely is. It is 20 kilometers. It's 33% faster. That's huge.
Yep. That's enormous. Came from ships?
Yeah, crash ships. That's probably what I'll do some of today. I was gonna do. I just want to do Explode and test out the server boundary bug.
Yeah, so the way that they're doing distribution of blueprints or schematics is every week they choose a new pool for each activity. So in the ships, in the intel labs, in the like, you know, caches that I pick up, those down ships, things like that, they choose a different set of schematics that can drop from those, and then other ones are just not available for the week, which I also don't like that.
Yeah, it's not so much fun.
No, it's not. It feels really bad.
I really hate the idea that it's just going to be all one big PB. That no one's going to care about anything that the A band, B band, and C band have nothing in them relatively. There's going to be any value. You can spend all your time in the Delta and Echo bands, basically harvesting the fallen ships that are there, Stravidium and stuff that's there, making bases in that band, and just head back once a week. It just doesn't. I don't think it feels good. Matthew Gee, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub, bud.
You don't want to play Dune Awakening, the newest idle game from Funcom?
I do like an idle game, but I'm not sure I want the game that I've been really enjoying as a survival game to become an idle game. I didn't.
The newest survival idle game, dude. It's the first of its kind.
Serve idle game, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a survival game, dude, and you just get to sit in the deep desert on the E band, never do PvP, and watch all your stats go up. I love Factorio with less stats.
Actually, I'd be down to play Factorio, to be fair. The factory must grow.
Yeah,
I've
but
been spending too much time with
Factorio less.
Germans, you can tell.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat food and then go to bed.
Enjoy. I didn't do that, so we've really swapped positions here.
Dumbass.
We'll see. I think it's worth it. I think chat will have fun today. We'll go for as long as we
what
go.
would the game look like for both of you in optimal scenario, kind of like in depth? Honestly, I really liked the idea of keeping the A band fully PvE, and then a couple of islands on maybe the B, C, D, and E band being PvE related, but they're islands, so you have to take risk to get there, and you have to take risk to extract your stuff out.
Yep.
If they're just making it so that the entirety of the zone, all the way up halfway up the map, is PvE, there's no point in playing the game for PvPers. And there's no risk for PvEers. That's dumb.
Yeah, I think at the very least that if you're gonna allow them to get tier 6 materials in that area, there should at least be end game PvE activities for those PvE players to engage in, like, you know, an underground raid where you have to work through a mining base to get access to the, you know, the titanium stravidium that's hidden, you know, deeper beneath the sand because it's, you know, not as far out in the deep desert, something like that. I don't know. Just seems kind of grim.
Anyway.
Not my favorite. You enjoy your food.
Sleep.
Catch you later.
Eat.
Have a good one.
Oh, wait. I added Jake to the thing, too. He has the stuff
Okay. Yeah.
and the access.
Fine.
He's
Makes
doing
sense.
the thing. Eat.
There we go, chat. The one and only Pirate Software. If those of you who don't know him, I'd be surprised because I'm fairly sure that most of you have come here from there. Thor and I have apparently swapped roles. Apparently he's doing the sleeping and I'm doing the streaming. I'm not sure how this happened, but hey. I really like exactly, Varus. That was my idea yesterday. I said, look, you know, if you're going to have people get into titanium stravidium for PvE activities, there should be PvE content in the deep desert that they can engage in, right? That's just a basic kind of thing. One moment.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Hello, I'm back. Thank you very much, the anonymous gifters, for the gift subs, and for Sardakar. Thank you very much for the 1 month at tier 1, buddy. I appreciate you. Somebody who is in chat, I'm sure you will be able to tell me how close we are to the PP program goal. You can see that better than I can because Twitch has a wonderful UI. So if someone could tell me roughly where we are at 300 on that, that would be appreciated. Oh, we're so close. Oh, okay, awesome. 11 more tier 1s or 2 people upgrading to tier 3s. PP goal, basically, if you get that 3 months in a row, it changes your revenue split on Twitch from 50-50 or 60-40 to 70-30, which makes a massive amount of difference. Okay, so if you want an update on our servers, we are currently in a position where Nitrado have got the patch from Funcom, but they're investigating an error they've seen in the staging environment. They will not deploy it until that error has been fixed. So I'm going to put a ping out to the June Discord now, just so everyone is aware. Everyone. Anajet, thank you very much for subscribing with Prime, buddy. Stella, thank you very much for the 5 community subs. Senton, thank you for subscribing for 1 month at tier 3, buddy. You rock. That should mean we're like 5 points away. If my maths works like that. Holy shit. Run the Pirate, thank you for subscribing at 1 month at tier 3. Discussing, thank you for the 1 community sub. Black 15, thank you for the 5 community gift subs. You guys are awesome. 5 draw. PP goal. Nightfire. I'm not sure that means what you say it means. What you think it means. Let's go. So if we do that 3 months in a row, we will unlock the joy that is a 70-30 revenue split on Twitch, which makes a massive amount of difference.
Hey, Crony.
Are you upstairs waiting for my lunch?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I couldn't have done that without you. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. And I know you don't have to be here. I know that you're just kind of chilling here on your... I was about to say Wednesday, but it's definitely not. Bitch. This is the jankiest thing I'm going to have to done all day. Whoop.
Thank you.
What do you mean Wednesday isn't emotional? Hype train level 6? You guys are nuts. Crazy. Odin, thank you very much for the 1 community gift subs. You're awesome. Chris Moss, thank you very much for continuing your sub from Prime to Tier 1. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all of you. What we're gonna do is we'll probably put this back on. Probably a little bit quiet. Just a little bit chilling. So now we need to get to the PP program to that for 3 months in a row, and we're there. And it's the 26th, so we just about did it. Good job. Proud of you all. Thank you very much for the support, honestly. It's huge. Now time for the PP Plus program. Yeah. Hasn't got a home. That definitely has a home. Why are you being such a bitch? It's gonna go in. Oh no, it's in this one. That's why there was no. The PvP PvE border is bugged. What do you mean? Like a Fox, thanks for 5 community gift subs. You're awesome. For every region that the deep desert grows, you know, so does the Partner Plus program. How that works. You can't just go around chat shouting PP grow. No. 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 I mean, you're going to do it now, I've said it. So I recognize this is where we're at. Hey, Rusty, thank you very much for the 5 community subs. You're awesome. I appreciate it. And the support that you guys are showing it makes a real difference to me. Thank you very much. Like, I couldn't do this without you guys. That's what Twitch called it, the Partner Plus program. Oh, no, you can't say that. That's no. Jadra, thank you for the 2 community subs. Hype train has reached level 7. Oh god, no, oh no. Fly those. Oh, we don't have to fly them anyway. We can actually do it down. Oh, these are kind of full. Varus, I don't remember that spell. Maybe you played a different Harry Potter than I did. The private spell, yeah. Oh, excuse me, for some reason I'm a little bit tired. I have no idea how that happened, personally. Wind turbines work indoors? Yeah, so see, the wind comes in from the users of the base, and it powers these wind turbines. Very clear, look at the sheer amount of wind flow they've got through these delightful windows. This is fine. This is how wind turbines are meant to work. If you didn't learn that, your education system has failed you, okay? This is how, you might not like it, this is how peak efficiency wind farms are run. It's not my fault you guys haven't used wind farms before. Jeez. Kind of cringe, chat. Can't believe it. It's definitely working. Yeah, check Sousley, please. Yoink. You're coming with me. go. Pretty one of these in there. I don't. I don't even really want to think about answering that question, Nutnaya. That's kind of grim. I don't want to think about powering turbines with farts. That would be really awful in a water-sealed environment. A bit Scottish there, no Kronos. I mean, maybe. Maybe a little bit. Big stretch. Gummy Worm, thank you very much for the 5 community subs again, buddy. You are awesome. Thank you to all of you who are supporting the channel, who are supporting me. It's kind of mad, so we're just gonna kind of deal with the imposter syndrome live. There you go, great. The Matrix but human fart power. Oh. I don't like this timeline. Can we change it, please? I've had a text from one of my friends who says to me, being like, how are you even streaming and so smiley? And I'm like, I run on memes and goblinry. That's my only answer. And this much orange juice. Thor's next modeling job, but you have to wait and see. I've got some great ideas for that, don't worry. Oh, you wonder how your girlfriend will like Scotland when she visits in September? She's banned from stone circles, probably wise. Oh, Sindri, 5,000 bits. Oh my god. I mean, thank you. That's insane. I will probably use that to buy him a new cat tower, I'm going to be honest. Neken, Neil, I'm really sorry to hear that. Do you want to... How did that happen? Was it crossing a deep desert border? Was it eaten by the worm? I'd love to know how that happened, bud. We can talk about it here, and if it's a bug, we can probably get the log from you and report it to Discord, not to Discord, to Funcom. Yeah, happy and smiley and somewhat energetic, but my brain, that's running like treacle. You're gonna have to get used to the wrong words being used. Game overloads. Insane. Yeah, you could report to the Discord, but I'm not sure they'll listen. And Discord trust and safety is 2 people sitting alone in a basement crying, so kind of makes sense. A dinosaur cat tower. With the support the community is given, I could basically start working on a dinosaur mech. EU servers went down yesterday night suddenly with you in the deep desert. Oh, but I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. That's not the one. That's not the way you want to be experiencing the game. And unfortunately, it's becoming a more common story that that's happening. One of my which box is a little offset? These ones? You mean these ones? Does this bother you? I mean, apparently the mesh. Okay, we're just doing this now. The vibe, the real vibe. Okay, apparently I'm just real stuck here. I will not be streaming tomorrow, chat. It's confirmed. I need to sleep tomorrow. I've decided that tomorrow and tonight is going to be sleep. Anyone know when the private sales will be back up? Ours is still up. Ours hasn't gone down yet for the update, so I can't give you any kind of timescales on it yet, bud. At the moment, we're waiting for... So Nitrado do this thing where they deploy the patch to a testing environment to make sure it can launch out correctly across all of their servers. It's so you don't end up with everyone patched onto a server system that's absolutely broken, right? That's just how that works. they've encountered it. They basically have noticed a bug that's taken place when they've done that, and they are fixing that error, but rather than deploying us an incorrect and like a non-working system. So they're probably updating them one by one. Go and see. Do I pay for that service? No, I just work very close with them. I've reported a bunch of bugs. We've been pushing out recommendations for Funcom on like moderation tools and how communities are going to be needing to run these servers, because you forget that the official servers have a huge number of moderation tools available to the devs. We don't have that option. We can't ban people, so we have to get inventive. So we have 2 levels of ban here. There you go. Server went down for the restart. Done. We're down for the restart. Anyway, yeah. So we have 2 levels of ban currently on this server. I say ban. 2 levels of action. You have a slap, which is where I think you've been a dickhead. You've broken our server rules, or the exploit rules, and you have had your account wiped as a kind of a first instance. If you don't learn from that slap, or you do something like post a bunch of homophobic slurs in chat, or just waltzing around getting a bunch of reports because you're just spouting off bullshit in deep desert comms. What you then find is that you have a system that we put in place that I call the slap and then the tickle. The slap is the original wipe, and then the tickle is every 6 to 12 minutes, it wipes your account again. We're just going to quickly close the game down, do a client reset, so there will be a black green. You know what we could probably do? We could probably show something fun while this updates. Have a look. The hype train completed at level 9, 40%. Total of 36 subs and 6,000 bits. You guys are incredible. My maths might be off because I don't... Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, my maths was off. If you call me Richard, is that okay? Well, that's not my name or my character's name or anything related to my character. So that could be an issue. How about I call you Richard, Tasman, and said, you can be Richard and I'll be Kronos. I feel like that was the roles we were made to play. No, that's actually my cousin's name, Johnson Philippa the Third. Richard Slider is is my half brother. How dare you get us confused? Shameful display. Can you call boss? Well, Richard Slider? Definitely not. Richard Slider is Winky. I want to thank you, Phil, for running the servers. I really enjoyed my time with Charles Vane, but time's coming for me to leave the server. I have friends in the EU server, maintaining 2 servers is too much. If anyone here is early game on Charles Vane, I'll donate my base if anyone wants it. That's very kind of you, Giants Bane. I'd probably say if you're in the June Discord, post in the Seats chat, and you might find that someone will take it over for you. Only his friends call him that, Milo. Any suggestion for someone who lost motivation to play June after falling out with the group they were playing with? Solo players and just grab me, and I can't find any OCE groups to play with. That's a very difficult one. Falling out with the group that you're wanting to play a game with is never easy. And first of all, kind of my commiserations. That it's rough, annoying, hurtful, all kinds of things. If you don't find solo engaging, I would say that you're going to need to find yourself another small group to play with. You can't find any OCE groups, maybe look in other communities, see if there's people posting on Reddit who are looking for people to play. Maybe join other worlds nearby that might have a better stable kind of ping. I would recommend you join our servers and you join up with groups, but I think that the ping from OCE is just too high. Rain token, that's 4,000 bits is insane. Thank you very much. You're incredible. You guys are attempting to break me, I know that. And blah. Hey, not Ira, I'm glad you were enjoying it. You know, Thor and I have been fans of the Division for a long time. So it was nice to go back to the Division, even though we got a bunch of hate for, why are you playing a Ubisoft game? Oh my god. Because I enjoy the Division. Calm down. You're getting a quite large ping from the EU. Oh. No. Bother. Do we want to try something that might crash the stream, but has a lower risk of crashing the game? If you're on an Annie server, oh, I'm sorry. Imagine catching Ligma.
I dream of
Okay, I need to quit back out the game. Do this. You dream of bread. Have you got a permit for that bread? I'm watching you. We're just going to put the Be Right Back screen up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to nip to the loo as well, because I haven't done that for several hours. Weird, because I'm going to do that in the morning before getting up and going about my day. But I will be right back. Also, if the screen flashes during this, don't freak out too much.